from Hong Kong. It's a rather gray day out today. A bird took a big dump on my solar panel. That's a big one. Okay, well, things are coming along. In my videos when I say we and we're doing this and we're going to do that, well, pretty much a majority of this project, there's a very special lady who's been helping me, and her name is May. She's a Hong Kongese lady that is helping me and has a special place in my heart. And she is the reason why these spindles have been stripped so efficiently. She has been the one who's been helping me with all that. She's been helping me strip a lot of this varnish. And, when we started this project, it was a project boat. And since I've been with her, she is helping me turn this boat into a home. And so her and I are building a home. And that's, you can't ask for anything greater than that. And she's a very special lady. So I just needed to say thank you for all the help. I give credit where credit's due. I haven't mentioned her before, and I think it's time. So anyway, May, thanks for helping do all this. You're an inspiration. I couldn't have done it without you. There's a very, very special place in my heart for you. And anyway, so this is pretty much the same as the way it was. I haven't finished the gunnels because this weather has just been pretty crappy. And again, if it were to rain, that's where the water's going to go. So I'm saying, what do I do? And so then over on this side, it's already starting to gray again, and I got that pooling. But I'm going to put in that drain once we're in the slipway. So anyway, this is a scrap wood that I've got from taking out or taking off part of these bench seats. I've only got the starboard side and the aft done, but this is the wood, and I just got to find the time to go through it, cut out the good wood that's salvageable, and start making a pile. So that's what's going on there. Now we're still, this is a wood boat, so again, we're always varnishing, and we're stripping down the wood. This little square piece of wood, what we've done is this piece goes right where that opening is, right there. That's this little door, this little hatch, if you will. This has all been stripped, all been sanded. Where the wood meets, there's some gaps and stuff, but anyway, it's all been sealed up with cotton, and where there were large gaps with cotton, and then the Silkaflex is in it, so now it's rock tight. So that's looking good. It's got a second coat. Now this is the swim platform ladder. This is what flips down when you want to get out of the water when you're swimming, when we're out at anchor. Well, this is coming along really nice. I've actually had to sand down the stainless. Now I've got to go over it a few more times with different grits, and then I can buff it and make it shiny again. But it was a lot of work. But now I'm on my fifth coat. Now what I had done here is you can buy these self-adhesive strips and at different widths and all that, buy a big roll of it. Well, anyway, I tried one, and it's white, and I didn't, it says clear, and you put it down, but it was not clear. It was very, very white. So what I had done is I had masked off. After I had put on like the fourth coat or third coat, I had masked this off, and I had put on some varnish, and I just sprinkled on silica sand, and then I let that cure overnight. Remove the masking tape, of course. Let that cure overnight, and then I put a coat on it, and then I put a second coat on it, and I still see the wood, and yet I know that this is anti-slip, and it's very, very nice. So again, it took a little bit more time. I had to customize it to hold that look that I want and still have the safety. So, but it's starting to have just a beautiful gloss finish. And the stainless steel is coming around, and but again, it's just time consuming. So that's what's happening there. We've got this door goes into the forward cabin. So now that is fully stripped of all of its varnish using heat. Now this door, this was the door that came out of the sink that I removed in the forward cabin. So what's going to happen is now there's another cabinet door the exact same size, except the hinges on the other side. So what's going to happen is that'll go here. And so I'm going to remove that. Now, back over here, because, the LPG tank, there's going to be a cabinet that's going to be here with the two doors that open up. And that's going to be 2 LPG tanks. Excuse me. And so this is going to be there. And so this, it's just perfect. So we're reusing those. And it's looking pretty good. But now that's stripped, but then again, there's a lot of sanding in between all of that. So that's going to take several days. And again, because right here there's going to be a wall, and where this wall is, we're going to have right here. There's going to be one large sliding door, and then inside an L-shaped sofa, and then this wall will continue, and there'll be a small window, and then another personal door where we just slide it open, and then again LPG tanks are here, and then you'll step inside. This will still be a little bit taller counter because the LED flat panel TV is going to go down into the cabinet, and then it's going to slide up, and then the computer desk will be down there. So I'm going to have to move the stainless steel post after everything, but again, close it in. And then here, where I've removed this bench seat here, when it gets to the slipway, I can use their planers and their other, tabletop tools for the wood. I can get them all planed where I can put in the planks here, frame it back out, put in the planks. But there's going to be a permanent, it's all going to be made out of teak, but there's going to be 4 bar stools here. So when we're out to sea, you can sit here, and again, I'm going to extend this on the underside, extend it out, so you got a place to put your bottle of beer or your favorite beverage, be it wine, soda, water, whatever. But it's your favorite beverage, and you can sit there and just have fun with everybody. So you don't have to sit on the platform. So anyway, so now I'm on the transom here. Still have a little bit more work to do, but it's got 2 coats of varnish, and it looks good. It looks very good. Just because I'm walking and stepping on this is going to be the last thing I varnish. But I've got the sides. But again, there's just 1 coat on this, and I see it was getting late last night. I miss some. So, but anyway, this has all got 2 coats on it. So I got the first really heavily thinned, and the second coat I actually thinned on it as well because it really soaked in a few places. And so where there's still wood grain, I just wanted to bite back into it. So that's done. And as you can see on the diving platform, I still have to grind it all down one more time. I've got some more repairs that I have to do before this gets done. So any of my little drips is not a major concern. Because again, this was all covered with varnish when I, first got it, or peeling up varnish. But I may even have to take a plane back to it to get back to, raw wood, where there was no varnish, because I'm just going to teak oil it. And there's that saying that once teak wood gets varnish on it, you can never use teak oil efficiently, and you have to replace the wood. Now, I've always had pretty good luck. If you use a planer and you take off a good skin of it, and you're back down to the wood, and she's pretty happy. But still, it's something you have to oil. You scrub down and you oil once a month. That's just, if you want it to look good. And I think a lot of these people are talking that, to do that, so, it can never be done, because they're expecting it to look like it was varnished, and they never oil it again. But, well, at least that is around my neck of the woods here, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, it's looking good, and I still have to do the tops, and we're still stripping all these off. I've got to get the undersides, but that's the important thing. So now, to the biodiesel, things have been kind of up up and down, if you will, and that's mostly me going up and down this ladder, trying to get these things to start. But after, as you can see, putting in a new, the new Raycor filter, getting that all plumbed in. I've got a really good water separator. Right now there doesn't seem to be any water down in that bowl. I've bled the lines. Everything's burped, and pretty happy there. So on the starboard engine, we'll start with the starboard engine first. Starboard engine, I finally got it to start. I finally got this old girl to start, and she was purring. She was really, really happy. And except a new can of worms opened up. Here's where the seawater comes in. You know, you have your engine cooler that goes through in here, but there's all these copper pipes that go through the center. So the seawater goes through these copper pipes where you have all the hot, you know, circulated engine antifreeze, and it takes it out and it cools the exhaust and shoots right out the back. Well, when the seawater comes up, this seal is shot, and it's just spraying everywhere. And I thought it was going to be okay, but I was wrong. I'm going to have to drill this out. These are good. I still put penetrating oil on these every day. But these two bottom ones I'm going to have to drill out, grind, and oh, it's not going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty. But I've just got to get that, and then, so this engine is running. This engine will be running. I do have a problem with, as you can see, this one, see, I've got no play here on my injector pump. That's about all I've got. This pump works fine. That injector pump works fine. That injector pump works fine. So does that one. This one, it's got right there. There's a sticky click. So I've got to click on that one. So I know I need both of these modules taken off, and the pump's got to be cleaned and taken off. Now, port side engine. It turns over, but it doesn't start. And now what I've got on this one is, so far, I've only got 3 of these injector pumps that are pumping in. So even with 3 injector pumps, it should still fire. It should fire. So it's the biodiesel is sitting in there, and it is cleaning really, really well. So I put in, because I've got 30 micron filter there, and then here at the engine here, I've got a 2 micron, and so then now this one. So I mean, it's nothing but clean fuel is going into these engines. And again, there was lots of water on this side, and so, but when I bleed the lines out, and I mean, it's all good fuel, and I've got great pressure, because here on my fuel pump, you know, because when I go down and I press the fuel pump, out of my bleeders, I mean, I've got good fuel coming out of my bleeders. So I've got good fuel into my injector pumps. So now are they pumping into my cylinder? So now I'm going to have to, on this one anyway, I'm going to have to take off my cylinder heads to actually see if when I press on that fuel pump, am I getting fuel? Well, actually, no, I'm not going to be able to do that, but I have to take it off to see the oil and everything. I do have oil pressure. But I don't know, I just cannot get this one to start. And this one here, I look around, it has been repaired. We got lots of high temp RTV around it. So I'm thinking that this unit is going to be good, but I just can't start it. So even after I fix this, I know that I will have the starboard engine. The starboard engine will be running to get me to the slipway, so I don't have to be towed. I don't want to be towed. That's just bad karma. Bad karma. So you can see some of my empty jerry cans for the biodiesel, and that's my old Tohatsu 4-horse. And I still have this tank, this jerry can, because that's what I'm using to fill up these. Once I installed these, You fill it up with diesel and put your filter in. So I always got a spare now. But it's coming along down here, so probably by next week we'll get this all taken care of. And then again, while I'm still doing this, had to do some reseeding and some replanting for the hydroponic stuff. So we've got, this is the lettuce, this is a butterhead. I replanted this on the 28th. This is a Botvia or something kind of lettuce. It's kind of a leafy lettuce thing. And this one's, we've got this pirate or parat. And I don't know, but these are, I've got different types of lettuce. See, they're getting really stemmy. So they're getting all really leggy in that. And what had happened when the tomatoes came up, I don't know if you can see it, when the tomatoes came up, this one way in the back, I don't know if you can see it back there, that one, he just shot up like a rocket. So I went and I got out this light, and there's 2 bulbs in here. Each bulb is 2,400 looms. And so I've got 2 of them in here, and they say you're supposed to be should be over 3,000 looms for light for your seedlings. And so that's what I've got. These down here, these are strawberries. I've had them in the dark for a while, and now we've got them up in the light as well. So right now, these other seedlings are starting to come up. And I got 2, 3, I got 4. I've got 5 tomatoes that I'm hoping. And then we got these three are tomatoes as well. And as you can see, they're starting to come up. So I'm pretty good there. So we've got the light, and I keep them on 24 hours a day. And that because I want the stems to be nice and hardy and strong. And then I can, from right there, I can just turn it off, and I can just lift this up. Because this is facing south, so they get the sun on it, so make them strong before we get them into the Dutch buckets. But again, then I've ordered all the parts from the China factories, so they should be here in Hong Kong. If not at the end of next week, the beginning of the following week, I'll have that, and then I should be able to have all my different systems, the Dutch buckets I can put together in a week, and I'm just going to focus on that. And we'll start getting these things to start growing. I got a 24 volt water pump, or 24 volt air pumps. It does 100 liters per minute of air, and so I should be able to handle all of this. And then I'm just using bilge pumps, but I've got some pretty cool different systems I'm using for monitoring, the system and all that. But that'll be kind of cool and fun to play with, and that, because again, putting a new twist on hydroponics on a boat. Okay, but anyway, that is what is going on in my world. I need to start taking care of this. It says this is supposed to clear up later today. It says we should have some sunshine this afternoon, but those clouds over there are definitely looking like they wanna piss on somebody's parade. So we'll have to see what's going to happen, because I can't do any varnishing until then. But inside I can do stuff, and because like this back is off, that's all done. I just need to reorganize all of this, and take off this back board, so I can start stripping down these spindles and sanding down this railing, and get that ready. So by the time we get to the slipway, from these spindles up, it's all done. So the shipyard only has to take care of the hull, each hull all the way down to the keel. That is their job, and that's and again, that'll be that's like 6,000, I think, 6,000 US for them to strip all of that down. And speaking of that, because I've never had a video where you guys have been able to see the side of the boat. So now that I got the skiff here, so now that we're at a distance, now you guys can see, I've got some board to replace up there, and that, and, it is not, it's like the rest of the boat, it's So they're going to be stripping all of that, the new water line. You can see it's been over 14 months since it's gone to the slipway. You can see the barnacles that's on the wood. So she needs some TLC, but the slipway is going to take care of that. We'll put in a plug where that hole is there. But the rest of the wood is good. It just needs to be stripped down, just like I'm doing here. So what's going to happen is this will look like that. But then here's my bumper guard, and that's called the water line. And then these will be gone. I'm going to take off this plastic. It's just too old. I need something new. So, okay. Well, anyway, that's what is going on the Bigfoot. So, while we do all of this, well, May and I, we turn this into a nice little home and a fun boat to be out on the water that I hope one day will be zero waste. And I really hope this could be a zero waste off-grid home. All right, guys. Alan from Hong Kong signing off. Be good, be safe, be well. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing, guys. I forgot to mention. Down here, down in the head, I have stripped all of this wood. Tomorrow I get the materials to board this over, this material. This material, it's like if you take a styrofoam cup and you even compress it down even more and it's, really tight. I guess it's called a closed cell foam. It's really pressed down really hard. And you put it on and you screw it to this. And then you use a polyester fill over the top of it. I guess in America you call it Bondo. Anyway, you put that over that, and then you sand it, and then it's good to go. So that'll be white. This will be white and just a wood trim. So I just have to sand in here now. All these have all been, it's varnish free. Got to do lots of repairs down here, but again, I have been doing that. I haven't spent more time on the engine and have not been down on this. So there was this, and the other thing that I did not mention, was I had the stainless steel guy over. And there's going to be a stainless steel arch, stainless steel pipe. I think it'll probably be about 2-inch or 2¼ inch diameter pipe. It's going to go over the top of it. It'll have supports, on each side so it doesn't go back and forth or anyway. And then I'll have the 2 poles up for the wind turbines. And that now he's come over and he went and he told me that it'll be 15,000 Hong Kong, which is about what's that, about 2,500 USD. And so we get that, and then I'll be able to run my wires into it, and then it'll only be a few thousand for the mast. So at least I got the new, after the Chinese New Year, cost of stainless, his labors, and all that stuff. So when they have that up, and then on this, what I've decided to do is on this back piece that we have back here, that is just so rotten and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to be putting in the hydroponic lettuce is going to be back there. And so what I think I'm going to be doing is when I take that out, it's not going to be that much. I don't have to worry about teak because the hydroponic lettuce is going to be back there. And again, in front of it will be a sofa. There'll be chairs around it. So I need to just put on some different type of, I might even just use stainless steel because you're not going to see it because of the rattan sofa. And there's going to be reservoir tanks for the hydroponics under that sofa and under the chair and things like that. And then the aeroponics are going to be up here for the strawberries, so one in each corner. But anyway, so they've got that. So I think 15,000 for all that custom made. 15,000 honkies, Hong Kong dollars. It's fair enough. Everything else is kind of holding up pretty good. Needs a good wash because everything's damn dusty. But just wanted to mention that. And then when I when I sand this down and that, what I'm thinking about doing is just, getting everything out. As you can see, it's early Sunday morning. I haven't made my bed yet. But I'm also going to strip this back one with heat. And then the rest of all these beams on the inside, I think I'm going to use chemicals. I don't have to worry about chemicals falling into the ocean and disturbing our already fragile ecosystem that our oceans are. So in here, I shouldn't have a problem. And then it can get properly disposed of. There's some other stuff that I've been reading on and different types of strippers, but heat is the best, but it uses so much power, and it just makes it so damn hot, especially inside. I don't know about the windows. So, but I will be, there is a very good possibility. I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed I'm going to use chemicals, but there's a very good possibility I will be using chemicals here, on all this. So, at least I know I have all my LED lights where I want them to be, so I need to change things around and do the wiring. Oh, man, I could go on. I'm boring you guys. I got too much. I need to stop talking and get to work. Okay, guys, be good, be safe, and always be well. Bye-bye.